Hello and welcome to the Pocono Raceway, the site of race number 15 on the season for the Napa Break Series. We got a full field of 15 drivers here once again, all ready to take part in the PNC Banks 300, tonight's race at the Pocono Raceway, as I stated before. We're drawing closer to the playoffs, just the fourth to last race before the playoffs begin. And drivers are aware of that. We've got a full field. All these guys looking to pick up as many points as they can before the playoffs start. So with that, we've got a few pre-race ceremonies to take care of as usual. So with that, please rise for our national anthem. And now for the most famous words in motorsports.
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Engines are getting fired here at the Pocono Raceway. It is just about go time for race number 15 in the 7th season of the Break Series. Should be a fun show. Pocono's final race in the league. Gonna be a good one. Let me get off pit road before I get ran over. And now as we get rolling under caution for the first time tonight, let's go ahead and take a look at our Commanders on the Grid starting lineup for tonight at Pocono. On the front row, taking his third pole on the year, it's the 41 of Milky from Late Night Racing, going to line up alongside the 64 of David, coming off of a hot streak recently. Row 2 belongs to the 27 of Ghost in his rookie season in the league, and the 51 of Hernan, also a rookie but a 3-time winner on the year. Row 3 made up by the 10 of Radical, your most recent winner at the Chicago Street Course last weekend, alongside the 69 of Michigan. Row 4, the 20 of Volvo, gonna line up alongside the 31 of Nick, a pair of Ford Mustangs making up row 4. Row 5 made up by the 42 of Diego on the bottom out of the Late Night Racing camp, and the 24 of 14 Fan driving the Bear Motorsports number 24. Row 6 belongs to the 48 of Russell. Why are we going green? I said we're pacing 2 laps. 48 of Russell from Bear Motorsports, and the 28 of IMR. Okay, I guess we're going green. Row 7, the 28 of Sierra, and the 5 of Bands, and rounding out our field, the 99 of Flicker, substituting for his teammate Todd. Well, we're green. Bit of trouble on the restart for the 41 on the initial start. Miscommunication, it looked like, but now Milky back to third, battling for fourth as they dive down into turn 2, the tunnel turn, fastest corner at the racetrack. Actually, turn 1 is the fastest one on this model, but shut up. Milky striking back for the lead already on the 10 of Radical. 3 wide coming through turn 3. Michigan on the bottom. He will clear for the lead coming off the final corner. Only 3 turns here at the tricky triangle. Got to get used to not saying off of turn 4. The fighting continues all the way throughout the pack. The 27 trying to hold off the 20 and 41 behind him. Now Volvo will fall in line though. That's for third. It's now a big push going to shove the 27 right up to the leaders. Looked to make a move on Radical and Michigan going into 2, but wasn't enough room. Going to have to wait one more corner. Headed for turn 3 once again. Flattest and slowest corner on the racetrack. Really nice passing zone for these drivers if you can run it the right way. As you see, Michigan going to lose a few spots. Radical still in the lead. 27 of Ghost all over his bumper. The 42 of Diego making his way up into the top 5 as well after starting just inside the top 10. Side by side with his teammate Milky. Headed off of turn 1. A little bit of contact though. Close call for those two. Here's Ghost to the inside of Radical in turn 2. He will clear with ease. Now Radical stuck on the outside of the 69, headed down towards turn 3. Oh my God, we got a car around hard in the wall. It's a 28 of Sierra doing multiple loops around. What a hit for the Jarrero Motorsports driver. And now we got another car around on the front straightaway. The 24 or 14 fan able to straighten himself out, but gonna lose a few spots. Now back side by side with the 5 of Bands. Not sure what happened to either of those drivers, but let's take a look at the replays. First, we'll take a look at the 28 spin in turn 3. We panned to him right when he was hitting that wall. Such a massive impact. Let's have another look at it. Oh, we got some trouble in the live box. Radical is really slow in front of the field, headed for 3. In the live box, sorry. Let's take a look at this hit for the 28 here. Man, what a hit. I'd have no idea what could have happened there. Maybe got onto the grass, got loose in front of the 31. We also saw the 31 of Nick in the wall on the very left side of your screen. Now let's take a look at the 24 on the front stretch a few laps ago. Coming down right across the start-finish line. Looks like he just runs the 5 car out of room there on the front straightaway. Bands is already on the wall. 24 trying to stay as close to him as he can, stay in the draft, but just got a little too close. You know, jackknifed himself, spun around nearly, but was able to get himself turned back around. The dogfight continues here at the front, though. Milky's still trying to get back to the lead after losing it on the initial start, starting from the pole back to 4th on the first lap. Now, still attacking for 2nd here. Not going to have a great run off the corner, though. The 31 of Nick going to give him a big shove all the way down the front straightaway. Going to stay with him as he goes to the inside of the 27 even. Oh, no! Teammates Ghost and Nick into the wall entering turn 1. And they are going to lose gobfuls of time. Outside of the top 5, those two fall. Let's have another look. A chaotic start to the race here at Pocono. Only, what, about 5 laps in? Let's have another look. Coming down the long straightaway into turn 1. Looks like Ghost trying to block the 41. And then he comes back up the racetrack like he's trying to enter the corner. And then just drives right into his teammate. Not sure what the thought process was there. Still lots of hard racing up front, though. Here's a 99 of Flicker into the top 5, into top 3 even, after starting dead last, trying to complete this last to first challenge just in the first stage. See what he can do, though, in the tunnel turn. Hernan and Michigan going in side by side. 51 down onto the apron a little bit. That's going to hurt them both on exit. 51 nearly gets turned by the oncoming 99. Shot to the back. Flicker going to get a good turn 3. Can he keep the momentum up on the exit, though? Going to barely clear in front of Michigan. And Flicker, from starting dead last to the front of the field here at Pocono. Cup Series driver substituting, Cup Series champion substituting for his Break Series teammate. Put that 99 car in the lead. Now let's see what he can do with it. Got a hungry pack behind him, though. .51 going to catch the wall coming off of turn 1. Everybody swerves to avoid him. Here's a 31 of Nick making his way back up towards the top 5 after that dust up with his teammate a few laps ago. 3 wide going into the tunnel turn, 4 wide even. Look at that cluster or fluster cluck right there coming through turn 2. Goodness gracious. Pocono is looking to be one of the more chaotic races on the season tonight in its finale. Or it's, I guess it's send-off. The Ray White entering turn 1 again. 41.69 in the 10. 31 of Nick behind these 3 looking for somewhere to go. Will he make it 4 wide? Looks like he's just going to stay in line and push this 41. Oh! Milky nearly gets hooked by the 31, trying to bump draft, headed for turn 2. Flicker starting to open up a lead bigger than we've seen all night, as well as the 10 of Radical starting to pull away in second. Meanwhile, the pack continues to rage on, as now the 27 and 24 get together and go down to the inside wall off of turn 3. Let's take another look off of turn 3. You see the 27 get into the wall, and then look, I can't really see what happened there, but might have just bounced off the wall down into the 24 and got himself almost spun around, but those two did a good job at recovering. As now we've got trouble. Big wreck. Oh my goodness, massive wreck coming through the tunnel turn. Multiple cars around. 42 of Diego, 41 of 41 of Milky, as well as the 64 of David, all spinning in the tunnel turn. Five of Bands, also Jackknife, going to go around off the nose of the 69. And finally, the chaos overflows. We have our first yellow here on the speedway at Pocono. Let's see if we can get another look at it. Replay starts as we're panning away from the replay. Unfortunately, cannot see what happened to cause that wreck. We can just look at the aftermath. But all I can assume is somebody tried to block or tried to enter the corner, didn't leave enough room, got spun out in front of the field and just left a plume of smoke in front of the entire field, all trying to come through the scene of the wreck. And not everybody made it through cleanly, I assume, but this will bunch everybody back up just as the 99 and the 10 were pulling away, and we'll have a pit stop just before our stage yellow. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, see how many people come in for fuel or tires and how many stay out to pick up some playoff points or potential stage points. Here they come. The green light is on. Pit road is open, and Flicker will lead down, it looks like, the entire field for the most part. A few drivers defer to stay out. Oh, we got contact on pit road. Flicker missed his box from the lead. Really early pit box right there. Just wasn't ready for how early it was. Not used to qualifying that poorly. And just went right past it. Ghost having some trouble getting into his box. The 5 of bands. Too fast on entry to pit road, it looked like. The 48 and 24 Bear Motorsports teammates stayed out on the first lap. Let's see if they come on the second one. I would have to assume. Pit road open the second time. Everybody stays out. So 48 and 24 are gonna look to pick up some stage points here at the end. Can't spell. Okay, I'm back. Pit road is closed. Are we going green this time? I think we are. Alright, coming to the choose. 24 of 48 go to the bottom. 64 of David first to go to the top, followed by the 10 of Radical. 41 of Milky gonna line up third on the bottom. Filling out the top is the 31, 20. Who's behind him? 42 and 99. And that's it. And on the bottom, you already know. So it's Russell and David bringing us back to the green flag with 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Stage points on the line, playoff points at hand. What will these drivers do to pick up these last playoff points before the playoffs begin? Four wide headed down the straightaway for turn 2. They get it sorted out, but they're still 3 wide in some places. Battle for the lead still on between Russell and David. Side by side through the tunnel turn. Milky and 14 fan also looking to capitalize. 64 to the lead down the back straightaway, headed for turn 3. What will Russell do? Gonna dive in on the bottom. Contact made. Lots of contact in the back. David able to hold on to the lead, though, through turn 3 to the white flag in stage number 1. They're 3 wide for second place. The top 3 receive playoff points. The top 5 all get stage points, and it is a dogfight for every single point. Nearly around goes the 10. Contact made. The 31 and the 27 down on in the grass. Up into turn 1. Drone Strike teammates come together up into the wall, and they're going to lose any chance at playoff points, stage points in stage 1. Now the battle is on between Late Night Racing's Diego, Blaze Tech's Volvo and Radical, and Bear Motorsports' Russell for second place in the stage. The 64 is checked out. Side by side down the back straightaway for the final time in stage 1. Radical look to the bottom. Russell threw a big block. Oh, we got a car around. Bands hard into the outside wall, gonna back in. Coming off the final corner. David's gonna win stage number 1. Radical picks up second. A photo finish at the line. between Milky and Russell Diego and Russell for fourth. I believe it goes to the 42. And Russell will take fifth in the stage. What a stage finish. Goodness gracious. Oh. Wow. And we've got another one of those restarts coming up after this stage yellow. Goodness gracious. 41 of Milky just missing out on stage points, coming up sixth. He's voiced how much he would like to get some playoff points before the playoffs start. Speaking of the points, let's take a look at our standings coming into tonight at Pocono. No, we cannot do mid-race interviews. I don't know how many people are dual monitor. Well, I guess. I don't know. If you can and are willing to do a mid-race interview, say it in chat or something. Pit road is open. Everybody's coming. Pause. Bands almost misses his box, but he makes it in. Flicker makes it into his box with no issues this time. Hernan gonna have to back up. Close call there. And everybody looks good. Race off pit road. Barely goes to the 64 of David over Diego. Anyway, points coming into today. Radical. His lead just increased after his win last weekend at Chicago. And as you see, the drivers in green have locked themselves into the playoffs. That would be your top three: the 10 of Radical, 41 of Milky, and the 20 of Volvo, all locked in 5 races prior to the playoffs. Great consistency all season for them to do that. I believe the next 2 drivers to do that could be the 69 and 64 Dynaco Racing Motorsports teammates. And they could do that as early as tonight if they get a good run. So good things on the horizon for those teammates. And then as you see the rest of the field layout on your screen, a few drivers around the cut line who need some good points. The 99 of Todd, who has a substitution for tonight, only receiving half of the points Flicker earns for that car. So he's hoping that his teammate can give him a good run, good boost in the points, as well as the 40 of Alex, the last car inside the cut line, bounced out of the race during qualifying. Just unfortunately just missed the race in qualifying. The first car out of the race. What am I talking about? He qualified 16th, and the field cap is 15th. 15th, that's what I'm saying. 15th. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you see the playoff points for all the drivers, especially want to look at the drivers that are locked in. These guys, these 3 at the top of the standings, are just racing for playoff points at this point, trying to farm as many as you can for that first round. Are we going green this time? If we're not going green this time, I'll try and do an interview. Okay, next time. Alright, I'll interview Radical. Because he said he can. Oh wait, Flicker's already up here. Okay, well. Sorry, Flicker. Oh, sorry. Alright, let's try and get a hold of the 10 car. Radical, you got me?
Are you hearing me?
There you go. Now I got you. All right. Well, hectic stage finish. If I'm being honest, I don't remember where you finished in the stage, but you were running second before the caution. So
well, I still finished second.
What was that?
I finished second.
Oh, okay. So yeah, second in the stage. Good playoff points for you. Good stage points for you. Coming off the win last weekend at Chicago, what are you looking for in the remainder of this race at Pocono?
Just gonna try and not make too many mistakes. It's been very chaotic so far. A lot of incidents. I just don't want to get mad at some guys because I've almost tabbed him, but it's been pretty good so far for us. Qualifying wasn't great. Our teammates gonna try and help them as much as we can as go through stage 2. So yeah, I hope things go well for us.
All right, well, you're coming around to the choose. I'll leave you to it, but yeah, good luck throughout the rest of the race. All right. So making up your front row this time is the 64 of David once again. Going to line up alongside the 42 of Diego this time. Got the 48 of Russell and 69 of Michigan behind them in row 2, and then row 3, 48 of Flicker and the 27 of Ghost. So, stage 2 underway at the Tricky Triangle. 16 laps to go. And a good start for the bottom lane. 64 able to get pushed out to the lead, but we got contact going into turn 1. The 69 is around and backwards in front of the field, around with the 29 as well. We got 2 cars spinning in turn 1. Will that bring out a caution? It will. Flicker and Michigan go around in turn 1. Caution comes out, so this is the race back, and we got more trouble on the racetrack. On the race back, we got cars around in the tunnel turn. 31, 51, 20, 24 all involved. More cars trying to make it through. Oh, wow. Blocking goes wrong here at Pocono. David will take the race back. Diego second. I keep confusing them for some reason. I've never done that before. Wow. Wild restart. Let's take another look at that one. I think it's this one. Yeah. So here's the incident on the front straightaway on the restart. The 27 looks like gets into the 69. It looks like that's what happened. Outside line didn't get a great restart. Michigan tried to side draft the 27, it looks like. Had some contact out into the wall with the 99. Michigan slides. Flicker with nowhere to go. He gets spun around, collects the 25. IMR is able to keep going, but Flicker and Michigan are spun around and backwards on the racetrack. That's what warranted the caution. That incident right there. And then on the race back for the positions, we had another wreck breakout entering the tunnel turn. Here's a look at that one. I'm not sure what happened there. Massive hit for the 51 of Hernan. Gonna spin right into the 20 of Volvo. 31 of Nick also spinning around, coming off the corner. 24 was sideways. Lots of stuff to sort through here on this restart. Looks like the 48 might have gotten hooked by the 27 trying to get in line. Yeah, it looks like the 27 of Ghost tried to get in line between Russell and Diego and just misjudged it. Definitely was not enough room to make that happen, but 48 got turned down into the 51 and 31 below him. Nothing Russell could do there. Hernan bounces off the wall, spins into the 20. 14 fan trying to find his way through, gets into the 31 of Nick. He spins, 31 spins. And then it's just a melee for the rest of the field at that point, trying to make it through the smoke. Take a look at this one more time, no interruptions. Man, the big one at Pocono to kick off stage number 2. Pit road going to be open a second time. Flicker stayed out. The only car to stay out on that first lap. See if he comes down the second time. Been such a hectic race so far. I haven't even had a chance to look at our RPM rundown for tonight, presented by Craven Engines. First on the list, we've got the longest front straightaway on the schedule. That would be this front straightaway here at Pocono. I should have gotten the exact measurement, but I didn't. But it's obviously extremely long. Draft is so important down this front straightaway. That's why you see the drivers do their best to stay in line when we're under green here. But extremely long straightaway. Very good drafting opportunity, and sets up a really heavy braking zone for turn 1, which is the next topic on the RPM rundown. You got heavy braking in some of these corners, namely turns 1, really all 3 corners actually. Turn 1 actually has the least braking. Turn 2, the tunnel turn, it's pretty significant braking, but you can carry a lot of speed coming through that corner. And then you've also got the flat turn 3, which is the slowest corner on the racetrack. That's where you need your car to turn the best, right there at slower speeds. Great passing zone. Sorry. And then we've also got the fact that all 3 turns are unique here at the Tricky Triangle. Such a unique racetrack. No corner is the same. So you've really got to set up your car for one and then just pray that you can make it through the other 2. But as we double up, coming back to the restart, this is a return in sorts for the Tricky Triangle back to the Napa Auto Parts Racing Association, and also a farewell. So Dynaco Racing Motorsports teammates bumper to bumper on the bottom. Then it's the 42 and 20 on the top, back green in stage 2, 12 laps to go. Great restart for the bottom. Oh, Bands is around, and he's going to get straight. But they're 4 and 3 wide going through turn 1. The 42 is around, and he saves it. 69 also into the wall. He's going to get correct. 41 also going to save it. Wow. Incredible saves by all 3 of those drivers. But the battle is still on at the front of the field for second. It looks like 3 wide, 4 wide entering the tunnel turn. That's not going to work. Volvo goes around, going to bounce into traffic, collect his teammate. Radical spins. We're going to stay green. It looks like the 28 of Sierra goes around. Still green. And the 64 of David has checked out in a lap. 31 of Nick now in second, trying to chase the draft of the 69 down this long straightaway, just as I was talking about in the RPM rundown. But now we've got us a spread out field. Oh. Sierra, why did you just respawn? What? Why did he just respawn? Well, that's gotta be a penalty. He's got a fuel advantage now. Forza, how do you want to go about that? Well, we've got a spread out field now. All right. We're going to have to put him a lap down. He's not going to go a lap down. Well, I would just change his laps to a lap down. Because I don't think he's going to go down to the field in this stage. He's not going to have to pit. Oh, wow. 14 Fan and Milky get together, racing hard for P7, it looks like. Oh. Game froze for a second. Lord have mercy. Oh, my Lord. There we go. Jesus. Nope. Yo. Yeah, this is exactly why Pocono's not coming back. I got sent to VR testing again. Why? I hate Roblox. I hate Roblox. Guys, don't wreck. I'm not going to be able to see it. Okay, there we go. And I got to redo my laps. There we go. We're back. Russell and Hernan fighting for second here behind the leader and David. Still side by side battling behind, what, 4th position, 5th position. From the 24 back, it is still a dogfight for every position. 3 wide right here. Milky Bands and Nick. 41 gonna try and get in line. Gonna jump behind his teammate, it looks like. David is getting extreme with this draft breaking on the straightaways. That's what you got to do though at Pocono. The draft is so strong, and it plays such a factor when you're behind the leader. You have to do everything you can to keep the drivers behind you out of your draft. And you see David all the way down to the inside wall on the front straightaway and off of turn 1. Twenty of Volvo making his really strong progress through the top 5 right here. Now knocking on the door of the 51. Contact between him and his teammate in the 24. A little further back for 5th. 14th fan has it. Radical trying to take it. Just spoke to Radical under this most recent caution, or not most recent, but our most recent stage caution. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was the stage caution. Said he's looking for some good playoff points and to keep himself out of drama, not trying to make any other drivers mad. So, been a pretty quiet day for the 10 car as he tries to look to the outside of the 24 now. And I think that's just what he's been looking for, a quiet day, pick up some more points. Points leader coming into tonight, locked into the playoffs, just needs a strong, quiet, consistent night as he usually has. For the lead though, 51 of Hernan, making big gains on the 64 now. David starting to sweat. Could go for a move in turn 3. He's going to get into the bumper. Little nudge. David defensive off of turn 3 though. Doing everything he can to keep that left rear quarter panel clean. But now here comes the 20 and the 48 right into this battle for the lead as well. Just a corner of battling. Oh no! 24 nearly around off the nose of the 10, but he's going to recollect himself and save it. Will stay green. Close call for 14 fans. Going to lose some spots coming off of turn 1, but he's overall coming away with a clean race car. Another nice save by another one of these drivers here tonight as the battle for the lead continues now. Volvo to second, Russell to third, looking to take it on the inside in turn 3. David defending for his life at the front of the field here at Pocono. Just a few laps left in the stage. He had 2 to go in the stage. Drivers must be confident that they can make it these last 2 laps on fuel, because it's closed now. No chance to pit now without a penalty. 3 wide entering the total turn. Coordinated attack from Russell and Volvo. Oh no! 20 nearly around. Can he save it? He can. But now here comes the 31 of Nick now into the battle for the lead, and what will turn out to be the stage win. Rounding turn 3, coming to see the white flag in stage number 2. 64 and 20 at the track. Here comes the 39 now. David trying to break the draft down the front straightaway. Nick, Volvo, Hernan, and Russell all looking to take this stage win away from him. All the way down to the dashed line on the apron, trying to break the draft. Got to enter the corner eventually. Close call right there with the 31, able to stay clear. 3 wide coming off the tunnel turn, headed for turn 3. Final time in stage 2. Who's going to take the green and white checkered? Let's see. Final time, everybody sends it in. David's going to hang on for the lead. Nick will take second. Volvo third over Hernan, and Michigan gonna steal stage points late there from the 48 of Russell, it looks like. And the caution comes back out at the conclusion of stage 2. So I believe that's a stage sweep for the 64. So pit road likely going to be open this time. '28 of Sierra going to receive the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. And pit road is open, so David going to lead the field onto pit road. And then we'll kick off stage number 3 for our longest stint of the night. Volvo too fast on entry, unfortunately. Everybody else making it into their boxes with no problemos. David gonna take the race off. '48 of Russell stayed out until the second lap, but gonna come the second time. as well as the 24-14 fan. Seems to be the trend with these two Bear teammates hitting on the second lap, trying to stretch their fuel as long as they can, it looks like. But I think there's no way anybody can make it all the way until the end. Well, I guess you could save really hard and maybe stretch it, but that's going to be a long shot. I doubt anybody would even attempt that. Got a few more takers on the second lap. Michigan, Milky, and Nick among others. All right, well, let's do another interview. We'll talk to the we'll talk to David. We'll talk to the stage winner. Screw you, Flicker.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, David, you got me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, well, congrats on the stage sweep here at Pocono. 64 car is looking fast at the front of the field. What do you think you need to do to keep it up there for the rest of the day?
I mean, tell you what, at the start of the race, we were just getting hammered by the rest of the field there. And then that first caution, we decided to take quarter fuel, get ahead of the rest of the pack. And it's been like that ever since. Really, it's just about that pit strategy, just getting away on those restarts while everyone kills themselves. And then just try to get the toe away from the rest of the pack that when they do catch up. And I think we've done great defense so far, but there's going to be a certain point where I can't hold them off. So I'm just hoping that time comes, at least in the early stages, so I don't have to. I want to get this win, man. I got to pass Michigan. I get those extra playoff points, top 3. And really, one last thing before I go. For the rest of the field, we'll be at your funerals after this one, all right?
All right, well, good luck throughout the rest of the race. Well, I'll be watching, and hopefully you can keep that 64 up front.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. That was your choose. You saw it as the field came by, but excuse me. 64 of David going to lead us back out to the restart zone once again. The 5 of Band's going to line up on his outside. See what Band's can do with some track position here. Has not really been able to get that nose in clean air, so let's see what this Ford Mustang has in store towards the Ohio Edison restart zone for stage number 3. And we're green. Big stack up on the restart. Contact made. The 24 nearly around 69 going to make contact as well. He's going to go around and collect the 49 or the 99 of Flicker. And those two spin around again for the second time on a restart. And there's the caution. This is eerily similar to the last stage restart. Will they wreck in turn 2 again? Going in there 3 wide. And they're going to keep it together better than last time. Headed for turn 3 for the race back. Deja vu for the 40 or the 69 and the 99 on this restart going to turn 1. Looks like Michigan just turned right. Oh no, he's recovering from another near spin with the 5 and the 64. Tried to go middle 3 wide. 5 car And the 64 tried to close that gap. Michigan got some contact, trying to get out of there. Got up into the 24 on his outside and then just spun into the 99 of Flicker. Nowhere to go again for either of those two. But Flicker's return to the Break Series has been anything but kind, you could say. But pit road is open once again. Let's see how they allot themselves for this one. Wait, I said that like it's to choose. Pit road's open. 64 gonna lead on a few drivers. 51, 31, 41, 24. 69, 28. 99 as well. And once again, everybody's cleanly in their box. Pretty big pit boxes here we got at Pocono. I know the drivers love to see that. Fire drivers stayed out on that last lap. See if they come in this second one. Excuse me. Oh. A little contact between Diego and Volvo trying to get on the pit road. A lot of drivers coming down for a second time. All right. So we're coming around to the choose. 41 of Milky will lead us to it. And he will go to the bottom, as well as the next three in line behind him. That's Hernan and Nick, and then the 24 are first to defer to the top, followed by his teammate Flicker. And his other teammate Russell can also go to the top. So Bear Motorsports 1, 2, 3 lined up on the top lane. Then it's BTM's Radical and Volvo as well, and then Michigan also on the top. The bottom line led by Milky. Got the 51 of Hernan lined up with him on the bottom. Once again, the Ohio Western restart zone, and we're green. Bottom line did not get going on that one. The 24 and the 99 both out to the lead, or out clear. Now Bear Motorsports looking to control the PNC Banks 300 here in stage number 3. Yes, they're 4 wide coming off of turn 1. That's not going to work. Flicker around once again. Going to take a big slide and save it. Able to rejoin the racing surface. Great car control right there for the Cup Series champion. But now the rest of the field trying to make their way through the tunnel turn. More contact made. Oh my goodness. Nick just hooked the 48 of Russell. But we'll stay green. Everybody's able to keep their cars straight. 24 still leading the way here, but he's got that 41 of Milky looking to take the lead away. That's a pole-winning car right there in that 41. Got genuine speed inside that Chevrolet, cannot be denied. And now he's finally got some track position and some clean air to try and take the lead for, I believe, what would be the first time since the initial start of the race where he sat on the pole. .42 of Diego around and into the inside wall off of the tunnel turn. Hernan now looking to take the lead away from Milky into the wall. They get a little bit. Somehow didn't get jackknifed, but now here's the 24 with a big run looking to go to the inside. Not quite going to be able to get to the bottom of the 51. But a slower turn two for the 51 and 41, trying to go through there side by side. That's going to cost them. And now look at the Dynaco Motorsports teammates right up the middle. 4 wide. Can they hang on to it? Everybody into the grass. Michigan now to the race lead. Still 3 wide behind them. Radical with a really big run off of turn 3, though. He's going to surge to the front. Everybody looking for a drafting partner down this front straightaway. Looking like Talladega, 3 wide, 2 rows deep coming down the front straightaway. Bump drafting all over the place. Michigan still able to hold on to the lead. They're still 3 wide. 14 fan holding on to the top lane. Milky stuck in the middle. And Michigan, Radical, and David all trying to run the bottom. Oh, contact between the 41 and 24. That's going to cause the front pack to get a little bit separated. Now the teammates are side by side for second. David almost going to clear his team owner at that. And now Michigan will let him have it. Going to fall in line and try and just draft. Oh, 99 Hardman to the wall with the 31 and 5. All 3 of them slow coming off of 2 or 1, excuse me. Three wide for the lead once again. Dynaco Racing Motorsports trying to team up on that lone Blaze Tech driver or Radical at the front. Here comes the 28 though. Sierra with a huge head of steam coming off of turn 3. Looking to put himself in this battle for the lead here with 12 to go at Pocono. The only Javarero Dodge here tonight. First time he showed his face inside the top 5, but here he is looking to make a run for the lead here. Or no, sorry, Hernan's also here. Sorry. He's also a Javarero driver. Radical and Michigan remain side by side for the lead. This is just going to punch a massive hole in the air for the drivers behind them, though. Contact in turn 1. Radical trying to clear around the outside, and he will. Did not leave the 69 any room to work with through the corner, and it worked out for him. But now Michigan going to pull out to the inside, send a move into turn 2. Can Radical make the top work once again? Gonna get the wall a little bit, able to stay alongside him though. Ten laps to go here at Pocono. And it is go time. The drivers have recognized that it's time to push, and we've not seen anybody be able to pull away by more than, what, half a second since the green flag was thrown once again. Been a hectic race, but these last few laps we've had some really solid racing. As now they go 3 wide into turn 2 again for the lead. Radical tried to make a move. Couldn't quite make it work on all 3 of them. Michigan was able to pull clear. Now he's stuck side by side with the 64. Gonna dive it in on turn number 3, excuse me. Here's the 5 of Bands as well, making his way to the front, trying to aid his teammate in this battle. Now at the front is 2 Blaze Tech Fords, 2 Dynacar Racing Motorsports Hondas. And just behind these 4, the JRM Dodges are making their way together as well. Sierra and Hernan now running 5th and 6th. Oh. Four wide coming down into turn 3. Sierra pulled out to the bottom. Can they make it work? Michigan sliding up the track into the wall with the 64 and the 10. Multiple cars also collected trying to make it by. Michigan runs out of talent coming through turn 3. And he's going to cost himself, his teammate, and the 10 multiple spots on the racetrack. Oh, we got more cars around in turn 1. The 5 and the 31 sideways spinning through turn 1. Caution's going to come out. And this just got interesting. Just as the field was separating, we get a yellow. Just as we were coming close to a pit stop, we get a yellow. This is definitely going to make for an interesting finish. Wow. Yellow comes out with 7 to go. Likely going to go green with about 4 to go. And no fuel concerns as well. Going to be interesting to see what type of strategy calls drivers take on this pit stop that's upcoming. Because you don't need much fuel to make it to the end. We'll see if anybody's going to try and save under this caution and stay out, you know, prioritize track position. I doubt it with how hectic these restarts have been, but anything could happen. So decision time for for everybody, all the teams on pit road. I can see all the crew chiefs and all the strategists on the pit boxes scratching their heads going into overtime. Not for overtime, but like their brains going into overtime. Never mind. Herman, your leader of the race back, and he'll be the first to make the decision. For this one, I think I'm going to be on pit road, see what these drivers take. So here they come. Green light is on. And the 51 speeds on entry, as well as the 99 and the 10. Or no, sorry. That's the... Who is that? That's the 20. Let's look at the calls. 4 tires and full fuel for Flicker. Two tires quarter full for Bands. 4 tires half fuel for Sierra. Same for 14 fan. 4 tires, quarter fuel for... Who was that? I don't know. Did I just see what I think I saw? I think I saw something. Hold on. I think I saw somebody get a penalty right at the exit of pit road. Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. Pit road will be open one more time. I doubt anybody will come. .42 Diego stayed out. No, maybe he didn't. I don't think he would have that much fuel if he stayed out. All right, got one taker on the second lap. 24 gonna come down and top off, it looks like. Oh, he pitted before the yellow. All right, so looks like we're going green with 4 laps to go at Pocono. Oh, excuse me. What's that, 10 miles to settle it? I believe, yeah, 10 miles. Yeah, 10. Let's see if we can make it under green. Might have to go into Napa overtime, but hopefully we don't. But you never know. Coming to the choose, late night racing to the bottom, Dynaco Racing Motorsports to the top. Gonna be a teammate restart. Teammates pushing teammates here. Let's see which which organization has the better teamwork, brought the better race cars, which drivers get the better restarts. Behind them in row 3 is the 48 of Russell on the bottom, 10 of Radical on the top. Then behind them a flip-flop of teams. Bear Motorsports is Flicker on the top. And Bands on the bottom. Through the Ohio Edison restart zone, we're green flag with 4 to go at Pocono. Late Night Racing won the restart on the front straightaway. What does Dynaco have in turn 1? Down onto the apron goes the 48 and the 10. Trying to come back up into the wall. Milky and Michigan losing spots. David as well. Here comes the 10 of Radical now to the inside of the 42. The 10 moved out of the way by the 31 and the 5. Now Bands to the front of the field at Pocono. Multiple cars down on the apron in the further back, but they keep it straight. We're going to stay green. Nick in second out of nowhere. Looking to take this win away from Bands. If the 5 were able to hold on, this will be his first NAPRA win of his career. Nick looking to take it away and get his second win on the season. The 10 of Radical also there. A winner last weekend, looking to go back-to-back, make it 3 on the year. Here comes the 10 to the inside for second, and he takes it. 31 up into the wall. I think he's got an issue. Nick way off the pace coming through turn 1. Lost 2 spots, and now he's back in the belly of the beast. Here's a 24, a 14 fan into third. If he keeps this forward momentum up, he could get his first win as well. But now, teammates side by side for the lead headed for turn 3. Radical going to take the lead away from Bands. First career win on the line for the 5. He's going to lose it for now to his teammate. But look at the 24 also coming forward. 2 laps to go at Pocono. Radical trying to break the draft. 24 and the 5 pushing each other down the front straightaway, right back to the bumper. How cleanly will Bands race his teammate for this win? And what will the 24 do if he's got a chance to take this win away from both of these BTM drivers? And just behind these 3 and 4th, the 20 of Volvo, the 3rd Blaze Tech driver, here also racing for this win late. This is a dream scenario for Blaze Technology Motorsports. And now the Bear Motorsports rookie and the 14 fan trying to just hang on and fight off these 3 and collect his first NAPRA win of his career. Rounding turn 3, coming off to the white flag, and Pocono Radical is going to bring us to the 24 clears for second now. It's just him in the car. 3 more corners, 2.5 more miles. Oh my God, I froze. 24 to the inside! Just behind these 2, the 20 of Volvo now to the back bumper of his teammate, trying to bump draft. 24, very defensive, all the way on the bottom, all the way on the apron. Gonna come back up. 24 Volvo to the inside. 14 fan's gonna clear. What a corner! Headed down the back straightaway, turn 3. One last time. Can 14 fan hold on and get his first NAPRA win? Beautiful corner off of turn 3. 14 fan gonna win at the Tricky Triangle, his first NAPRA victory. He did the impossible, fought off 3 Blaze Technology Motorsports drivers, Ford Mustangs, and gets his first career win in the Napa Break Series at Pocono Raceway. What a drive! What a drive. Wow. Mid-season tryout rookie. Picked up by Bear Motorsports and finds himself in victory lane just a few weeks after his signing. Congratulations all around. The 51-48 teammates all congratulating him. This is obviously a popular win in the garage. And what a finish it was. What a win it was. Y'all get off the front straightaway. And he's going to take a Polish victory lap around the speedway. Alan Kulwicki made this famous. And 14 fan going to soak it all in. First NAPRA win. And what a drive he had to put together at the end to get it done. Restarted dead last, by the way. Came in, pitted on that second lap of pit road being open, all the way from dead last to winning the race on that final restart. Oh my lord. And now we get to burn it down on the front straightaway here at Pocono. Oh my lord. This Pocono crowd just got an absolute barn burner of a finish. Oh my god. Who just flung him? Michigan. Respawn your car. Why is the... Whatever. There we go. All right. Now time for an interview. I need to turn this confetti off. It's so loud. Here in Victory Lane with 14 fan, first career win comes in Pocono. What were the emotions like coming down the front straightaway to take the checkered flag, and then we saw the Polish victory lap? What was the reasoning behind that? Is that like is that tradition for you when you win? But tell me how you felt when you got that win.
I honestly did not think I was going to be able to get that. I'm just going to go through the restart. Starting on the restart, I started on the outside, got myself a few positions there, but I pit on the second lap to ensure that I had enough fuel. And I think it was either turn one or turn two where like half the field wrecked, and I was on the inside, so I managed to swing my way underneath of there. But I didn't really think I was gonna have a chance to win, but I kind of sort of had myself in good track position coming to the white flag, and kind of made a move down to the inside of. I don't remember who it was. One of the four. I think it was either the 10 or. Yeah, it was one of the Fords. Yeah, I think it was one of the Fords. I know that, but 3 Fords, I was kind of surrounded. So, coming to the white, I wasn't exactly sure, especially into turn two, and especially turn 3. I was anticipating a send, but I would periodically look behind me to see if there was anybody else gonna try to make a move on me, and thankfully nobody did that, and I managed to put Bass Pro in victory lane again. Since Briscoe did it at Pocono, I felt it was fitting for me to do it here. And the Polish victory lap it's really just a tradition for me. I'm not exactly sure why I started it, but that's just become tradition for me.
Yeah, well, a very impressive win, very dramatic win, even. But yeah, what a coincidence for you to win in the Bass Pro Car at Pocono after Chase Briscoe won in the Bass Pro Car at Pocono. So, congrats on the win.
In person.
Oh wow! Well, yeah. I guess Pocono's just your track. So
yeah, Pocono's just a special place, I guess.
Yeah, congrats on the win, and hopefully you can carry this momentum further into the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and now we'll go to one of the runner-ups, Radical. Excuse me. Had the points lead coming into tonight. had a very strong car, very good race. We're right in the battle for the win on those last few laps, but could not hold off that 24 in the closing laps. So tell me what more you needed, and what happened on those final few laps.
Yeah, things to not win the race when we were leading on the white flag. There was a very big lag spike into one. I think it was also caught on stream, right?
Yeah, I froze too.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Just at that point, get in line behind Volvo and try and push him to the win. My teammates, we were really strong there at the end. I was really hoping to get Bands to victory lane there. I told him I was just gonna go off, try and drive away, and if one of either him or Volvo are behind me, and they could catch to me, they'll get the win. So really, a really good top three, but just things BTM wasn't able to win.
Yeah, I mean,
we got a few more playoff points. And looking forward to Saskatchewan, Kansas, whatever's next. But it just sucks for the team. We really just fumbled that one.
Yeah, I think I mentioned on the stream, but BTM was in the dream scenario those last 2 laps, and then here comes the 24, just driving through all of you, able to pick up his first win. So very impressive win on his part, but gonna be an interesting team meeting on Monday in the Blaze Tech group, I'll say that. So congrats on the points.
It out.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the 24. He had a pretty good car. Also, we really need to be able to get the fight of David, and really they're early in stage 3. The battles with him in Michigan were pretty amazing. Another great race for the 10 team. We're looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, great race overall. Good points for you, and just building that playoff points cushion heading into the playoffs. So we'll see you next week in Saskatchewan. All right, now I'll move to the next of the VTM drivers involved in that finish. Volvo in the 20. Where is he? There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Volvo had a very strong closing run. Didn't really show the pace all race, but you were there when it mattered. There at the end, there with your teammates. But as we documented and as we saw, the 24 with a strong surge just went right past all 3 of you and got his first career win. So what did you see from inside the car, and what more did you need today to maybe outrun that 24 at the end?
I didn't really need anything. The car was right. We had speed. Every time we had something going right, it would just fall down. Especially there was big crash that was coming out of nowhere. I couldn't have time to react, and congrats to that number 14 fan. He deserved it, but it's we just can't get over the hump. Every time we have something going right, it just falls short. But I'm not gonna give up. But David was walking his ass off there, so I'm gonna give him props for stage 2. But finished top 3 all the 3 stages. But great effort by the team, and glad to see me and Bands and Josh get together well and doing better for each race.
Yeah, overall, very solid finishing results for the Blaze Tech group, even if you weren't able to get the W. But you said it, just got to keep pushing, and hopefully we'll see you back in the car next week in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. See ya.
All right. Now we'll get... I don't remember who finished where. I don't know if you heard it first. All right. Excuse me. Hernan. Oh my God, that confetti is loud.
Do you want me to turn it off?
I got it. All right, Hernan. eventful race for you. Showed really good pace through stages 1 and 2, and then I think might have actually stage 3 too. But after that last caution, strategy might have thrown you off. Lost some positions on that restart, but overall, a very promising day for you and the team. Showed good speed. So tell me what you take away from today at Pocono.
Nothing much. I mean, definitely did have pace to win. Qualified P4. I mean, at least I did a good qualifying result, unlike Indianapolis. But yeah, like you said, a very eventful race. Could have at least gone to top 5. Probably could have won if it weren't for that pit road penalty. I just had lag issues throughout the race, which kind of held me back and like wanting to make more moves. So, overall, I don't know where I finished, but overall, wherever I finished, I'm just happy I've survived and at least didn't finish last. So, but still got points in stage 2, and I'm in the playoffs currently, I think. So, just got to keep up this consistency, and I'm actually really excited for Saskatchewan because I'm really good at road courses, as I showed at Portland and Chicago. So I can't wait for that. So maybe I could get a win there and dominate the field there. And never been to that track, so do want to try it.
All right, well, optimistic outlook on next weekend when we head up north to Canada. So hopefully Hernan, like you said, can get another good run there and maybe another win on the year. But we'll just have to wait until next weekend.
I'm also very, very, very happy for 14 fan. One of my dearest friends, one of my close friends. I was really happy that he won, honestly. If I couldn't do it, he could. Hell of a drive by him, and yeah, really happy for him. I felt like Dale Jr. or Dale Earnhardt Sr. congratulating Dale Jr. When he got his first win. So happy for him.
Yeah, great drive indeed by the 24. But when we'll move on to the 64 of David, one of arguably the fastest car all day. And unfortunately, the teammate restart did not work out in U2's favor. David in Michigan, I mean, starting bumper to bumper, and U2 just unfortunately got a terrible turn 1 and just lost positions and weren't able to make them back up in time for the finish. But great run overall for both of you. Good stage points for David. Michigan, I'm honestly not sure where you finished in the stages, but showed good pace throughout. Excuse me. So another promising day for the Dynaco Racing crew. But David, tell me what you take away from this race, and tell me what you needed to happen differently on that final restart.
Tell you what needed to be different. The 41 didn't need to jump that restart. I tell you what. And the crazy thing too is when he jumped it, at the end of the thing he finished 11th, so that didn't even work for him. So, womp womp to him. Yeah, it's really just all that needed. Like, had the 41 just not jumped it, maybe me and Michigan could have gotten a better start and not been in the Kirby circle jerk in turn 1. Even then, after that, able to make up some spots. Wish we could have made more. Good stage points and great playoff points as well. So, hoping to help us there and gain in on that top 3 in points. Should be able to locked ourselves into the NAPA playoffs, so that's wonderful at least. Just really looking forward to next week at Saskatchewan. We've had a really great road course setup. 3rd at Portland, 2nd at Chicago, so hoping for P1 in Canada. But at the end of the day, these things don't always come towards you in the way you want them to be. It is what it is. Congrats to the 14 fan for their first win in the NAPRA. And fun battling with BTM. Beginning of stage 3, that was fun as heck. Guess one more thing, gotta thank my sponsors and Team Owner Michigan, Honda, Pulvers, Dynaco for bringing our funds to the team, bringing these fast cars each and every Saturday, and looking forward to Saska.
All right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that top 3 in the regular season standings because haven't really documented it much, but at the conclusion of the regular season, the top 3 do receive some extra playoff points going into the playoffs. So definitely important to make your way inside that top 3 if or whenever you do lock yourself in, because that can help you massively throughout the playoffs. So thanks for talking to me, David, and hopefully we see you next weekend in Saskatchewan.
Yep, see you then.
All right. And I think our final interview will be the 28 of Sierra.
Hello.
Hey. All right, here with driver of the 28, Sierra. Pretty good final run for you and the JRM number 28. Made your way to the front on that final restart. Unfortunately, fell back a few spots at once the Blazing Technology cars and the 24s started battling. But overall, a good run for you and the team. Showed some solid pace. So tell me what you take away from tonight.
First of all, I just want to give a big shout out to 14, one of my close friends. What a fucking drive from him. The last 2 laps, he did awesome. Very happy he won, and that race, kind of a stinker for our 28 team in the first 2 stages. The first stage, I just got caught up in a wreck. Second stage, I had a skill issue and deleted my own car. But the third stage was a lot better, and pretty happy to bring up a 4th place, another top 5 for our 28 team. So, and I did hear Chicago was next, so I would really, really like to win there since that is my home track.
Chicago is tomorrow for the Cup Series. Next weekend is Saskatchewan.
Oh, I'm tripping.
For the Break Series. Yeah, Chicago was last weekend for the Break Series.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chicago Land.
No. That's not on the schedule. Next season, though, maybe. Wink, wink. Sorry.
Oh.
Anyway. Yeah, great run for you and the team, as I said. Definitely cool to see the 24 get that win. Obviously a popular win. You and the 51 have mentioned how good friends y'all are, so glad you could see him get that win, but hopefully you can get yours sooner rather than later, and we'll see you next weekend at Saskatchewan, hopefully.
I'll see you there.
All right. And that'll do it for our coverage of the PNC Banks 300 from the Pocono Raceway. Before we close the stream, I want to take a look at the remaining races on the schedule for the season as we come closer to the playoffs. We are 3 races out now in the Break Series. Next weekend we'll be at Saskatchewan, December 6th, and then Kansas the next week, December 13th, and then the regular season finale, the Scorcher Arena, back on the schedule, December 20th. Gonna be a good show these last 3 weeks before the playoffs. Make sure you tune in because it's gonna be exciting. So, and then we've got the playoffs after that. 3 rounds of 3 races should be fun. Should be engaging all the way throughout. That's the goal. But yeah, as I said, this is the conclusion of the PNC Bank 300. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 7 p.m. Eastern for the Cup Series. Bean Boozled 220 from the Chicago Street Course. So, with that, this is King, signing off. Hope everybody has a good night.